Okay, Mr. Daniel, welcome. Good to have you here.
Hello, hello.
Thanks for taking the time. Mm, yeah, would love for you to start us off by sharing in half a minute. Um, who are you? What do you do? What do you love the most about what you do?
I'm Daniel Dick, and what I love to do is one-on-one coaching sessions, which especially work on an energetic level, but also a very deep level of transformation for my clients. I did retreats every quarterly year. There is a retreat about an archetype, which is based on men's work. The four archetypes: warrior, lover, magician, and king. And those who started to do some programs of transformation, the body conscious transformation program, which again are only men,
Mm,
but it was open to everybody.
nice.
And it has a nice dynamic too that they're only men. So I'm very rooted in men's work and help people to really deep dive into issues that are below the conscious level, on the subconscious level, and we put things right again and clean up stuff, either because they come psychologically or because of relationship or because of physical symptoms that are already approaching because of overworking
Mhm,
and stuff like that. So typically overworking overachievers with some relationship issues.
mhm,
And yeah, I also have a father online meeting going on with another corporation,
mhm.
with an institution once a month, and Tibetan yoga. That's also one ongoing thing.
Tibetan yoga. Cool.
Yeah.
So I had the pleasure of experiencing a session with you. And I can add that when I first heard the term energetic coaching, I think I had an association that is not accurate. And I'll just add and just recommend people to reach out to you and experience it themselves. But when we worked together, you are actually, and partially even with your hands, you're moving energy as like one way to support an inner process. And I, as the uh, client in that case or recipient, like I can feel that. I can feel you moving the energy.
Mm.
And yeah, it was a powerful experience, and it was like a modality or like a way of working I had not experienced before. So I really enjoyed it. So yeah, for people watching
Yeah.
this who are like, oh, I'm curious, we're gonna link Daniel's website and possibilities to work together somewhere. And I think you're offering free first sessions. Is that right?
Yeah. Two
Yeah.
details. The first session is always free because nobody can imagine how it works, because nobody have seen how that works
Yeah.
from someone else. And second is it's online. So this makes it also
Yeah.
sometimes weird for people that they can sense how I move energy online.
Yeah.
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 Cool. So we started working together, or you came into the Visible program in the beginning of this year. I think you joined one of my master classes around social media. And I remember you were like the same evening, like, yep, I got something to learn here. And you joined the program. And yeah, you were in there for a couple of months. So could you share with me uh where were you at when you joined? What was going on in your business? Yeah, what was happening there? Anything that was significant also that made you decide to join?
Yeah. So before joining the program, Visibility, I really didn't do really social media marketing or showing off. And actually, I did some because I felt I had to do it. So the things that I put out was just very like, ugh. I have to do it, and I did it here and there. There was no strategy behind that. It was just like a feeling that I have to do it because everybody does it. And so I kind of do it. And my student or my clients always would come from referrals, from festivals, and from direct experience. That's why my marketing was always like, get your first session for free. I know what I'm doing, so you know you get to know what I do if you just take this first free session. And by that, things would go well, but still, like, okay, sometimes it goes very good and it goes less good.
Mm.
So I knew that if I want to put this on a more stable ground, that I had to learn, and yeah, that's why I became interested in, okay, if you want to reach out to more people, you will have to learn how to do this. And then your masterclass came up. Um, you hit so many bullet points on me where I said, okay, yeah, that's definitely me, where I do things just wrong, you know? Yeah, because actually no plan, no strategy at all how to do social media. And also the energy behind doing it was like, I have to do it. It doesn't feel right to do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like me to do it.
Mm.
It is like I didn't want to do it really.
Yeah.
It was generally feeling like I do it because I should do it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So you were getting most clients through referrals or through like in-person events. You were sort of doing social media, but with an energy from like, I should be doing this. I don't really want to be doing this. Was there anything else, either like a specific moment or a challenge that kept on coming up that made you go like, okay, there's something I want to change about this?
yeah, there was one big thing that really kept me almost awake, but I sleep well good. But I could say it really um, was something I was working on about 2 weeks. The issue about being business and being private
Mm-hmm.
on social media, having friends that are there because of being friends and using social media for business, and it felt like this getting people into something that they haven't signed up for. They get business offers from me, but we actually sign up because we're friends. So I felt very uncomfortable mixing these two realms together. And in the visibility, it was not a special issue, but since I was pushed to look into it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I had also the possibility to ask questions and got some impulses. But then what really helped me at the end was really to just separating this fear of showing off my private life, like my family, like more intimate, even though I don't share so many intimate things, but I still felt like either is an intimate family photo, which is showing off my little child of 6 months, which is not something that I want to show everybody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, then I felt safe about, okay, this is my friends and family sphere, and there's a public sphere.
Yeah.
And
So
then I felt
you,
comfortable
mm-hmm.
about having a business sphere in Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Great. So basically, you picked the profiles to share certain things with, and then other things you just share publicly. Is that what you did?
I went through almost 2,000
Oh my
friends
God. Mm-hmm.
and clicked on everybody. Okay, this is close family, this
Yeah.
is friends, and
Yeah.
this is restricted.
Yeah. Hmm.
And every new person that asks me to add, I add it only on my laptop because there I can choose,
Yeah.
okay, this is a close friend. This person I know because of being friends, or this person I know because of networking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the vision that you had for stepping into more, so for joining Visible and starting to show up more on social media? Like, what was it that you wanted to accomplish, bring closer into your life? What was the desire there?
Well, actually, the desire behind it, it was to stabilize um, more the income about
Yeah.
my business.
Hmm.
And I thought social media would do the step into, okay, making myself also more confident
Mm.
to stabilize myself into that
Yeah.
business. And the one wish was also, okay, when people got to know me better also in social media, that people would approach me for sessions or for retreat or for the programs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that you add the second piece as well of um becoming more visible with your work. Like there's the direct outcome of like, okay, more people might reach out to me and all this stuff, but also the how I relate to my own work changes if I'm in a more consistent process of talking about it. This is one of
Mm.
the side effects of showing up more consistently on social media that I love is like I sit much more in my work.
Mm.
Like I do my work with my clients, but then I also do stuff that's more like public speaking style. And it's like each time I talk about it is a refinement of my own understanding.
Yeah. 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 And it's funny how you resonate with what echoes comes into you. I haven't get clients from social media,
Mm-hmm.
but still again from referrals from workshops.
Mm-hmm.
But people are telling me, "Oh, I'm following you. You know, I'm
Yeah.
seeing what you're doing."
Yeah.
Or another friend of mine said, "Wow, my husband, he's following you, and he's like, it's just a matter of time. He jumps in, stuff like that. You
Amazing.
know,
Yeah.
because at the beginning is like you just create, and you don't know actually how it is received
Yeah.
because you get some likes and the rest is just okay, so many people have clicked on it, but that's like pure numbers. You don't know how the reaction is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
How was it to take those first steps and showing up more, creating more consistently?
yeah, even it's still hard because I felt like a toddler doing it, you know,
Mm.
because just issue of technical logistics between Instagram and Facebook. And what do you first? Do you do the posting? Do you do the reel? Do you do the story? Or in what order and what structure and what sequence and what hashtags and blah, 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 you know? And then you also reached out once to correct something that I did like on on the fly because of having my toddler in my arm, you know, okay, I have to do it right now. And well, it's kind of things where you just are not perfect, you know, you just get into it and it takes a bit more time at the beginning,
Mm.
you know. Now this process of okay, 2 times a week, a reel here and there, some story, and or trying to do almost every day a story,
Mm.
at least about 4 times, 5 times a week. And yeah, it's just since it becomes a habit, you know. Actually, many weeks after the course, I could say it became more integrated
Mm.
into a habit.
Nice.
Uh,
Beautiful. What would you say was the biggest aha moment that you had in your time of being in the visible container?
I mean, there were these two major kind of like mental obstacles which I had, which
Mhm.
were kind of like blocking me to showing up, making myself visible. The one was what I just
Mm.
described about having friends and having business and separating these was the solution. And the other part was that since you work with clients that want to have a change in their life, they want to really work on themselves. It is, I always tell my clients, your will is my fuel, you
Mhm.
know? The more your will is on the table, the better I can work,
Yeah.
because I can't do anything that you don't want, you know? And that's very important for the process, because my work is based on self-empowerment, you know?
Mm.
So I always, if the people who want to change but just need that support, they will change.
Yeah.
And that's why I need this will power from the people. And if I put my willpower that I want them, I create a distorted, energetic foundation for the work. So that's why I had the second obstacle. I don't want you to push you into my work,
Yeah.
because if I do that, I put my willpower upon your willpower,
Yeah.
and that won't work,
Yeah.
you know. So when you described that you can be visible, not from a pushy side, but from a presence, just being present, just showing without pushing,
Mm.
just making yourself visible as just standing there, but not hiding, just
Yeah.
showing what you do, what you
Yeah.
are, without masking, without being not you, you know,
Yeah.
being authentic, just what you are. What I said, well, okay, that's possible, or I mean, I know it can be possible, but it wasn't in my mind,
Yeah.
you know, or it
Yeah.
wasn't integrated into my being.
Yeah. And I think that's such a, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that was the second biggest mind change
Mhm.
to really throw off every blocks that I had about, or also some prejudices, about being visible on social media.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I was just going to say that I think that's a piece that so many people, I imagine, will be able to relate to, is that it feels so off-putting to sell in a pushy way, and probably most of us have experienced to be on the other side of that, like be a potential client and someone like really try, like putting their will on top of mine and being like, I need to find a way to get you into buying my stuff, and if I need to like slightly manipulate, I'm fine with that. Like
Mhm.
this kind of like, oh my god, I would never want to be that person, that then it leads to this like, so I'm not going to make myself visible.
Mhm. Yeah.
But the polarity is, for me, is selling from pushing or selling from presence. So hiding is like, that's somewhere else. that's,
Yeah.
that's like leaving this polarity completely and going somewhere like into the hiding. So yeah, that's beautiful to hear that you found a way to show up that um where you avoid what you want to avoid without making yourself smaller or hiding.
Mm. Yeah. I would even say like my polarity would be like hiding and like manipulating,
Mm-hmm.
and the showing off in presence would be like the middle way,
Mm-hmm.
the being in the middle, you know, like the meditation, like presence.
Yeah. The Buddhist in you speaking, I can see.
Yeah.
I also remember you shared a really nice win where you were invited to an online summit.
Yeah.
And maybe for context, so one thing that we talk about in the Visible program is how we can speak to more of our dream clients. So I call them ELF clients, easy, lucrative, and fun. And yeah, that's actually a big foundational piece we talk about is kind of checking how much am I speaking to people who are ready, able, and willing, and who come from a resource space, and how much do I speak to people who might more likely come from like a victim stance. And also like what do I call up in people? Do I call up
Mm.
the person that's ready, or do I call them into a place where they're so stuck in their pain that yeah, just working together will be kind of tough, and it's easy to fall into becoming the rescuer, and then if you don't fulfill on that, you become the villain. So uh yeah, you took this to heart, and you were invited to this interview, and you applied some of the things
Yeah.
that we talked about there. Do you want to share both like what was it that you had in mind that you were trying to bring in, and what happened, like what was the win?
Mm. Yeah. I mean, the beautiful thing is that so it was in the middle of the process of visibility.
Hmm.
So I was very into it, into all the topics. Okay, what is an elf client? How do you find my elf client? And I have been working with men before, and when you ask what are my elf clients, what are my best clients to say, I was like, yeah, I mean, they're hardworking people, you know, but on somewhere they have been working really hard because of um, having also a hard childhood, harsh life, or whatever. Then that the relation part kind of like leaks a bit behind.
Hmm.
And when I said, how do people actually hear, you know, what they listen to when what they want, you know? So what can I say, what they want, so that they see that actually there's a way, you
Hmm.
know, there's a way to really get out of emotional troubles and so on, and having healthy relationships. And when I was just writing this all down, you know, then the Congress came, and so I had it already there. And the most beautiful thing was that the organizer is one of my clients too. So he was actually also saying, hey, take a session with that guy because he really helped me through, and I can really recommend it. And as an organizer of all this Congress saying this, you know,
Hmm.
for all the other people, it's like massive yes, you know. And he also asked me the perfect questions to say, what are the people that helps you and how do you work and so on. And he would even add things upon the things that I said. So
Hmm.
experiences that he had from my sessions, you know.
Hmm.
So when I came out of this talk, I was like, oh my God, I have to talk to David. I have to say him that I'm such a good student. I did all the bullet points that he's
Hmm.
yeah, I think I mentioned this in the group call. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was really nice, and
And you're
yeah,
leaving out the most amazing part, which is what happened after it went live.
yeah, I got 3 clients that showed up for our first sessions. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, and 2 of them actually are in the program, which I started. Oh, was it 2? No, I get confused about the congresses. Yeah, but actually 2 of them I think it was from the Congress, yeah. Because I was in another one, which
Hmm.
was offline,
Hmm.
and I also got some people from there.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So
Cool.
actually, the definition of elf clients helped me a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and yeah, how to show off. Also, the program which I designed afterwards, which is this embodied transformational, embodied conscious transformation, which also was based very much on, okay, this is an elf client. That's a
Yes.
client with whom I would love to work,
Nice.
because these are the people that I can really make a big change. And
Yeah.
this is what makes me happy, to really see people's life changing towards the better.
Mhm.
Uh,
Awesome. Um, if you think back to when we started working together or just before that, and you look at where you're at now, what jumps out the most for you in terms of contrast or difference?
yeah, more self-esteem in the social media presence. That's the biggest thing. And also the awareness of strategy,
Hmm.
of kind of like, it's like if you would be just having this presence of being visible, you have a stair. How you call this when you hold on the stairs?
Like a rail or like
Yeah.
yeah.
So to have something like this for people, that if they want to approach you, that they have a safe way
Yeah.
to approach you,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
And I'm still working on that, but there is this awareness that it's not a messy thing that you just do it by coincidence, whatever you do, but you have it thought through,
Mm.
and there's a way to do it actually, and there's a way not to do it.
Nice. Yeah. So you're saying that what Visible gave you was um starting to create content in a way that it would create a pathway towards your offers and not just like random things and then mentioning in the end like, oh, also I'm offering stuff if you're interested, but like something that's a bit more thought through where there's like a sequence and it makes sense as the next step for people to
Yeah,
approach you or your offers, workshops, whatever.
at least for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have that, it's kind of hard for others to have it. So it's always the
Yeah,
first step.
and the big changes were really hands-on, these two big mind blocks,
Hmm.
which kept me from being visible,
Hmm.
or from doing it from a place where I feel good about it.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
What would you say to people who might be in a similar place to where you were at a couple of months ago of like, okay, I want to use social media for my business somehow more effectively than I have, but they don't know like where to start or what to do. What would you say to them?
Hmm. Well, if you are like me, just doing random social media before, there is a way to do it, not random, but thought through.
Hmm.
And if you have hesitations, you know, because you have prejudice to say, well, that's being commercial, or that's being whatever, or that's being pushy, or that's being manipulative, or whatever of these prejudices, David is someone who really can guide you from a very nice presence,
Mm.
and really help you through all these mental blocks, so that you not only have someone that knows about business, but also knows about psychology, you
Mm,
know, how to feel, how to make you feel authentic, how to make you feel congruent with what you're doing, what you wanna with what you wanna enrich also the world with your personality. Yeah,
mm,
yeah. My warmest recommendations.
mm. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Daniel. Um I was also curious to hear, like, is there any starting point you could encourage people, like something to try out or something that helped you? I mean, maybe those two blocks that you were talking about, just you sharing them might already give people some pointers, but anything of like anything besides working with me that you think could help them get started?
Well, the awareness really that you can first of all do business from an authentic presence, you know,
Yeah,
and find yourself in this authentic presence, you know, just define it for yourself. Well, what it means for you to be authentic, and what it means, or what are the blocks that prevent you showing yourself authentic.
yeah,
And from there, just make yourself knowledgeable about bringing this into the world, you know, how to bring this into the world.
mm,
From YouTube videos about how to use Instagram, or how to whatever, or ChatGPT to really make yourself plan on what structure fits for you.
yeah,
But first, define it for yourself,
yes,
what it means, where are the blocks, and then get on to the technical stuff,
yeah,
onto the strategy, and to the, yeah, just this logistics about when I do what and how.
yeah.
Yeah.
The sequence makes so much sense because I think we can get really lost in logistics when actually it's like, well, I hate doing this. And then every step on the way feels like torture. And there's
Mm,
probably something before that to clarify to then
yeah.
go through those technical steps a bit more smoothly.
Mm.
Cool. Are there any other big or small wins that you want to share from your journey? Anything that, yeah,
Everything's good. These are kind of like the main blocks. Like
mm,
really, these is getting away these mental blocks of what is actually hindering you. And the other one that really helped me a lot is the definition of who are actually the clients that you wish helping, you know.
yeah,
What is your perfect match? And not just doing whatever, you know,
yeah,
but being being, you know, it's like yeah, being more aware about your relationships you want to create,
yeah,
you know, and that applies to your social business, you know, or to your business.
absolutely. Sweet. Well, anything you'd like to share about our experience in working together that we haven't touched on?
No, I think I would repeat myself.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. It's been a big pleasure to see you step up and show up more on social media, and I can see how how you're starting to build momentum. And I always tell people that I work with that, like, we can have quick results, but this stuff also accumulates.
Mm,
And it's always powerful to look back like a year later and be like, holy shit. Yeah. So I look forward to those moments, hearing back from you, and um, yeah, just seeing what's grown and seeing you share your gifts with more people, because yeah, it's really valuable. So for again, for people listening, check out Daniel's work. Can highly recommend it as well. And yeah, thank you, Daniel, for the time sharing.
thank you.